Josh Gaddis, offensive coordinator, Michigan.
And here's a reverse. Heading to the corner. Heading. Touchdown, Michigan.
Some may believe that Josh Gaddis should win the Broyles Award based on one game. Gaddis' Big Blue offense ravaged the Ohio State defense for 42 points and almost 500 yards of offense, including 297 on the ground. But Josh Gaddis is no one-game wonder. In his 3 years running the Michigan offense, Josh Gaddis' Wolverines have averaged more than 30 points and 400 yards of offense a game. This season, Gaddis made the move to emphasize the run. Michigan has gone from being ranked 95th in rushing offense a year ago to being the best in the Big Ten and 9th nationally with 224 yards a game. His Michigan offense is also 13th nationally in scoring, 37 points a game, and 19th in total offense, 451 yards a game. And this offense doesn't lose yards. Tops in the country in tackles for losses allowed. They're also 6th in turnovers lost. All characteristics of a well-coached offense. Josh Gaddis started his coaching career as a graduate assistant at North Carolina. 11 years later, Michigan offensive coordinator Josh Gaddis is a Broyles Award finalist.
Thank you. Just honored to be here. Pastor, thank you for the prayer. We'll use every bit of that. So we'll need it if you saw the defensive clips from Coach Lanning. But truly honored to stand in front of you all today. Thank you to David, thank you to Jeff, and thank you to the Broyles family. I think entering this award and knowing about the Broyles, you oftentimes think about the coaching part of it and the aspect. But I'm really honored to be here today for the charitable cause that you all serve. I stand before you as I lost my grandmother to Alzheimer's. So when I saw that, and it just, sorry, I'm an emotional person. So I know what it takes to be a caregiver, and I know the impact that it takes, on your loved ones. So, but truly honored to be here. I'm not even the best coach in my family. So I'll start there. I shared this last night. I've got two of the beautiful, best kids in the world. My son, Jace, 6 years old. My daughter, Reese, who's 4 years old. I'm so thankful to be here because of them. They are truly an inspiration to me. My son, as I say, he's the best coach in the house. He oftentimes draws plays every week, and he tells me at the end of the week, Dad used one of my plays. And so I always tell him after games, I say, son, did you see that touchdown? That was one of your plays. And what's really important to me is he gives me a cutout of his game book every week, and I put that in my actual playbook. And I carry that to the booth to me each and every week to symbolize just how much he means to me and the support he gives me. Because without them, I couldn't be who I am. I want to thank their mom, Tessa, who she's been so instrumental in my success. She's been there every step of the way for me. And most importantly, she's raised our kids to love me and support me, even when I wasn't there for them all the time. And as we all know, as coaches, that's one of the hardest challenges, is to be there for your kids in such their special moments. I was told early on as a father, right, your mom will create the memories for you. Your dad will create everything that you believe in. And when I look at my kids, they have enjoyed some of the best memories of their life because the way their mom supports them and the way their mom supports me. And most importantly, the way that I've been able to establish my career while also having them a part of it. There's no greater feeling than having my kids in the locker room pregame and having them in the locker room postgame. And if anyone knows me or anyone's been to a Michigan football game, they know, as most coaches recruit before games, I spend that time with my kids because I want that to be the most important memory that they can share with me as their father. I want to thank my mom. I grew up in Durham, North Carolina, single parent of 3, and I have an older brother and an older sister. My mom sacrificed so much, and she's my biggest fan. She's my biggest supporter, and I love her to death. And there's no way I could be standing in front of anyone today without her. Just the love, the care, and the support that she's given me and the drive that she's continued to push me. She's everything to me. My brother, my sister, they mean everything to me. My whole family means everything to me. My father, what I call my stepfather, Cliff, everyone has really raised me to be the coach and be the person that I am today. I was a young kid that didn't know much growing up in Durham. I found football as an avenue, and that avenue was to create a better opportunity in life, but little did I know that avenue was to create a better opportunity in other people's lives. And the thing that I say the most is when I was growing up, I didn't think I had much, but the one thing I did have, which is the most important thing I've learned now, is I had love and support from my family. One of my greatest moments was last week, obviously winning the Big Ten championship game, and that wasn't necessarily the moment that struck me that night. I get to my phone and I check my phone, and my family, all of my aunts and uncles, threw a watch party, and they were all in one room back in Durham, and it's probably 30 of them there, and that just means everything to me. Just to have that support from my family, that love from them, and that's my reason why. That's the reason why I love to coach this game and impact young men's lives, just like the impact my college coach, Jim Grove, had on me and my college position coach, Dean Hood, had on me. Those two men were instrumental in raising a young boy to turning him into a young man at Wake Forest University, and I'm forever grateful for them. I want to thank, as I get here, I want to thank our staff. I want to thank my offensive staff because this is truly an honor to stand in front of you all, but it couldn't be done without the men that I work with each and every day. And before I get into my staff, I really want to thank our athletic director, Ward Manuel, our assistant athletic director, Doug Gattis, for giving us an opportunity, for believing in us as a staff, and not faltering when things got rough, and giving us a chance to ride this wave out that we truly believed that we could. To my offensive staff, I feel like I'm blessed. I've got the best offensive staff in the country. I've got Matt Weiss, who's a phenomenal quarterback coach who brings so much input to our offensive staff. I've got Mike Hart coaching our running backs, who's one of the all-time legends in Michigan history, who does a great job developing our players. I've got Jay Harbaugh as our tight ends coach, who does a tremendous job also as our special teams coordinator. But then most importantly, I've got Sharon Moore, who coaches our offensive line and who's our co-offensive coordinator, a guy that I love like a brother and a tremendous supporter of me and a tremendous coach, and has really led us to have the success that we've had this year. But then the number of people that have tremendous input on our staff. Steve Kasula, who's my right-hand man, who's an offensive analyst for us, that I love him like a brother. I was fortunate to hire Steve from working with him at Western Michigan back in 2010, to Biff Poggi, who's our associate head coach, who gives me tremendous guidance, to Grant Newsom, our offensive GAs, Grant Newsom and Crutchfield, Nate Crutchfield. The amount of men that we work with, and Cal Devan, our offensive other analyst that works with our offensive line, I couldn't share this success and stand before you without acknowledging each and every one of those men. I think just the staff itself has earned this right of this season by our players. I also want to thank our defensive staff. We had tremendous change on our coaching staff, and we hired a tremendous defensive coordinator in Mike McDonald, who rightfully so could be standing here in this position as well. He's done a tremendous job impacting our team, impacting our defensive staff. And I'm thankful for all of our defensive assistants. But most importantly, the last two people, or the last group of people I really want to thank, I want to thank Jim Harbaugh. I stand before you because Jim Harbaugh took a risk. I apologize. Jim Harbaugh took a risk 3 years ago. He hired a longtime wide receiver coach that was a co-offense coordinator at the time, and he gave me my first opportunity to be an offensive coordinator, one of very few minority offense coordinators in college football. And it's an honor, and I apologize. It's hard not to get like this. I apologize because of the journey that we've been on. We started off great. And 2019 was amazing. And then we faced adversity in 2020. And if anyone has followed the Michigan football program, a lot of things went wrong in the past year. And when I think about over the past 12 months, I stand before you so honored because for a lot of people out there, they didn't believe we belonged there. They didn't believe I belonged there. They didn't believe that I was the right man leading our program offensively. And I'm forever grateful for Coach Harbaugh because he believed in me. And when you have that type of support from your head coach, that means the world. And so, apologize. I'm so thankful. And I'm tremendously honored to be here. But most importantly, I thank our players, because during our hard times, they never did lose faith in me. They never lost faith in our coaching staff. And when you have that type of love and support from your players, and they're willing to go out and do anything and everything and jump through a wall for you, you can accomplish anything. And that's what really life is all about. In the midst of adversity, in the midst of hard times and tough times, lean on the people that love and believe in you the most. Because if they believe in you and you believe in yourself, there's anything in this world that you can accomplish. And I'm a prime example of that, not because of the things that we've done off the field, but because of the things that we've done off the field to grow our team, to believe in each other, and make this season special because of the love, the trust, and commitment by everybody that's a part of our Michigan football program. So I'm honored to be here. I apologize if it's emotional for me, and I'm thrilled here to be on this stage with these tremendous coaches and leaders in all of college football. And I think these are the best assistant coaches across the country. I've been fortunate to follow each and every one of these men across their career, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for them. And so thank you so much to the Broyles Foundation for allowing me to be a part of this. Thank you to everyone involved with Michigan, and thank you to my players. I love you all.